Welcome to the group presentation of Souvenirs Shopping Experience, Motivation and Satisfaction in Southern Leyte. The group members, starting with myself, Niño Aniscal, followed by Reymark Aberilla, Sheen Arribal, and Helen Baldo.
Introduction of the research. The souvenir is a significant part of the tourist experience, as evidenced by the fact that the most travelers bring back mementos and souvenirs. People like to be reminded of the important event in their lives and to have physical documentations of such events. Souvenir shopping is an important part of any trip, and it can account for a huge contribution of the total cost of a trip. It includes the motivations and satisfaction of the tourists or customers that visited in Southern Leyte. The research background. This research aims to fulfill the designated reasons for travelers' motivations and satisfactions in the souvenir shopping while they enjoy the travel experience. Our study entitled Souvenir Shopping Experience, Motivations and Satisfactions will determine how important and to make values of souvenirs no matter what types of accessories they are. Significance of the study. This research addresses this gap in the literature and evaluates the souvenir purchase behavior of tourists. Our studies identify the core importance of the souvenir as evidence of the experience, as well as the roles of memories and as a gift. The research objectives. Our objective is to provide an insight about souvenir shopping experience, motivations, and satisfaction, to provide an impact of souvenir shopping in Southern Leyte, and to value the importance of buying souvenirs, and to uncover the experience, motivations, and satisfactions of tourists when buying souvenirs in Southern Leyte. Theoretical framework. The purpose of this study is to focus the relationship or connection about souvenir purchasing, customer satisfaction, experience and motivation in Southern Leyte, specifically how travel motivation influences souvenir shopping and how souvenir shopping affects trip experience to meet the satisfaction.
Statement of the problem. The souvenir is an important component of the tourist experience, with most tourists bringing back mementos and souvenirs as evidence. People like to be reminded of special moments in their lives and to hold evidence of those special moments. This is to determine the impact of satisfaction at Southern Leyte on the souvenirs purchase and the motivations for purchase, and to discover the impact on shopping experience of tourists based on their motivational plan to satisfaction with shopping, while perceived crowding is used as a moderator in this relationship. Tourist experience of souvenirs has a positive and significant effect on tourist satisfaction and motivation. Tourists have different motivational dimensions regarding purchasing souvenirs. Significance of the study. The relevance of this research is to look at the connections between travel motive souvenirs purchasing and travel experience. Specifically, how travel motivations influence souvenir shopping and how souvenir shopping affects trip experience in Southern Leyte. This research addresses these gaps in the literature and evaluates the souvenir purchase behavior of tourists. The research identifies the core importance of the souvenir as evidence of their experience as well as the rules of memory and as gifts. And the people who will benefit of this research are the tourists who came to Southern Leyte and the local people.
Upon gathering the related articles, we found out that elderly tourists recalled memories of their childhood while shopping. Fangs 1 2018. From the study of Leyte 2020, tourists were satisfied with 6 aspects of shopping. First, friendliness of sales staff. Second, honesty of sales staff. Third, service quality. Fourth, variety of goods. Fifth, quality of goods. Sixth, cultural participation of goods. The implication for retail management are that souvenir vendors should offer a large assortment of souvenirs suit tourist individual taste. Eros 2020. In addition, Julie and Allen 2020 suggested three things. First, they suggest that the contextualization effects and the negative perceptions of some souvenirs may prevent them from entering home. Second, they consider the specialty of souvenirs within different home areas depending on the meanings they hold for their owners. The souvenir's meaningfulness can also be reactivated over time. Third, they emphasize ways meaningless souvenirs may leave the home sphere. Those related articles serves as support in our study.
For this study, a quantitative research approach was chosen. The design is preferred because it is concerned with answering a self-administered questionnaire in order to attain the overall score of how the respondents shared their experience, motivations, and satisfactions about souvenir shopping in southern Leyte. The research will be conducted within the province of Southern Leyte and is located in Eastern Visayas region. It composes of 18 municipalities. The target population of this study comprised tourists primarily from Southern Leyte, specifically those who visited, and local residents from Southern Leyte. I think our respondents are good enough to answer our survey in order to achieve our success for this study. From this population, a sample of tourists who had visited Southern Leyte and purchased souvenirs during their trip is identified by convenience sampling, wherein it involves using correspondents who are convenient to the researcher. There is no pattern in acquiring these respondents as long as they had their experience buying souvenirs within Southern Leyte. Typically, as researchers undertaking a convenience sample will simply ask friends, relatives, colleagues in the workplace, schoolmates, classmates to take part of our research. To get the equivalent of our sample size, we use the formula of Sloven's formula. So the formula is n equals to n over 1 plus ne squared. N, the small n is sample size, the big letter N is the population size, then E is equals to margin of error. In our study, we will use a 95% of confidence level with a population size of 200. Now our sample size is equivalent to 133 samples. To get the appropriate data needed, we will have a self-administered questionnaire. The first section includes the demographic variables such as age, gender, nationality, hometown, and highest educational attainment. The second section included a multi-item scales that measured 3 constructs from experience, motivation, and satisfaction. The respondents were asked to respond using the 5-point Likert scale, ranging from 1, which is the strongly disagree, and 5 is the highest, which is the strongly agree. So this is what it looked like for our questionnaire. In our data gathering procedure, we will be using a web-based or online survey tool, specifically Google Forms, for data collection. This is now a better way in order to minimize social interaction because COVID-19 is still our problem within the society. Today, the web-based survey tools have replaced its predecessors efficiently and have become one of the major tools for conducting our survey research. The survey comprised of 16 items, both from the demographic and survey questions. Our respondents will be asked to respond to each items. To be able to provide an accurate result of our study, we will be using a tally chart as a method of interpreting our data collected. Tally marks are frequencies, occurrences, or total numbers being measured for a specific category of our study. Since this is just a proposal, we cannot provide an actual result of our research as of now. So that's all for our research presentation. Thank you.